Congratulations. Hi, Mrs. Zebott. Congratulations.
It's been a while since there's been a Mrs. Zebott.
Yes, there has. Oh, you look so beautiful.
Yeah, it was beautiful. That's really wonderful. There you go.
Matthew, was it a success?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you go off with a hitch?
Probably. I wasn't paying attention.
How'd you like the wedding?
Very fine, very good. Not over yet.
Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it?
They wanted us to
Give him that. This one.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got too much. Yeah, yeah, that I stand it right. Yeah. I look at the red side of this ring.
He's had all sorts of
Right, isn't it?
I'm giving you a hard time.
You help me never get all the secret.
You got it?
I like that, yeah, that's a good one. Now you can go and do my next job. I'm only going to Croydon, so I'll stay here and have a few bits. That's a lot, I think. Well, yes, I mean it's usual with these shows, yes.
Well, he doesn't know the route, unfortunately.
The heart, you know, it's the heart.
Yeah.
What happened anyway.
Yeah, I know he is. But I don't know, she hasn't turned up yet, so I haven't seen her.
Mrs. Zebott. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. That's great. Is this yellow with red? Yep. Did you?
Yeah, let's slide enough of that.
No, I think it was okay.
I bet you have to all stop like that in America as well.
Yes.
So that's all I can do for Keith's family now, is it? Apart from the...
Nice smile, come on.
Okay, right.
Now drop her.
One more.
Who's pinching my butt?
on a 3.
Right, okay, right.
That'd
go
be
on
your
ahead.
husband.
I hope it was.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please be upstanding to receive the new Mr. and Mrs. Zebott, Michelle and Pete. Ladies and gentlemen, pray silence for grace by your host.
What we are about to receive make us all truly grateful, and I'd like you to remember in your prayers the grandparents of Keith and Michelle that are not able to make it today. Amen.
Amen.
Please be seated. Would anyone like to come forward and take a photograph?
What's the nice one? Yeah.
Been up on them already? A little joke with the sisters, maybe?
Treat the health of both their parents.
If anybody would like to raise their glass, they've been big hands in making today really special and really nice, and the organisation that's gone into it is really great. So.
Cheers, Mum and Dad.
I bought that. I don't eat nails. No way. No, I didn't.
How'd you like the dinner?
You run out of tape before I think.
No, there is.
Very good baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I present your host who will propose the toast to the bride and groom, Mr. Joe O'Keefe.
I've got a few notes here. Carol's just passed me with one, and I've not to mention religion, politics, the war, Irish jokes, German jokes, Jewish jokes, Scottish Welsh, but feel free to slam the English.
Do you want to sit down now?
Right. I'd first like to welcome the Zebott family, who've travelled such a long distance from the USA by northwest, isn't it, Keith? Yeah. Which is not exactly wagon train, I know, but possibly it is from what Carol tells me. But I think it's absolutely fantastic that you've managed to get all your family over here. I'd like to propose that we toast the Zebott family and friends who've come from the States. So I'd like you to raise your glasses. Cheers. Right. We shall move now quickly on to the O'Keefe family. How many friends we have? Yeah, I've got you down for heckling. I'd like to thank the O'Keefe family and friends that have travelled from the great northwest frontier. It's absolutely marvellous that so many people have turned up. I think we've got some friends from the Midlands that have arrived, that famous area of Telford. Or should I not say Telford? It's Wellington. Sorry.
A bit more so.
More select. I'm telling you, they are select. Right. So I'd like again, if you can raise your glasses and toast the O'Keefe family and friends. Right. I'll move on to the bride and groom, or Mr. and Mrs. Zebott. Well, it's been an exciting wedding, or preparations for the wedding, so Michelle has been, I think she's been, and Keith have been married twice in 3 days, which I think some sort of record. I hear the local press will be publishing it, so you'll not be able to deny it. I wouldn't say that their marriage is made in heaven. I mean, that'd be an exaggeration, but I mean, it's certainly made up there, about 20 to 30,000 miles above us. I think one of the most notable things that actually I felt that I actually liked King, because I actually spoke to him, and this was pointed out by one of the members of my party at a rally that we were on. He said that you really are doing well there. He says, because all their other boys' friends he never speaks to. You're quizzing, as we say. So I think everything has come together. I don't want to drag this on too long. I'd like to invite you to, after you've left this place, you can go wild at the Ramada tonight. And I'd like to toast the bride and groom.
Ladies and gentlemen, to reply to that excellent speech and to propose the toast to the bridesmaids, can I introduce, if you haven't already met him, the bridegroom, Mr. Keith Zebott.
Thanks a lot. Thank you. In addition to the bridesmaids, before I get to the bridesmaids, I'd like to first of all just give an overall thank you for everyone. There's a very few of you who live within 50 miles of here. Some of you came hundreds and even thousands of miles to be here and celebrate the day with us. And I just want to thank you all for being here today to celebrate with Michelle and I. I'd like to also point out some of you who have gone over and beyond the call of duty over the summer and the last few weeks. First of all, I'd like to thank Betty for making that beautiful cake that we've just had for dessert here. You may have noticed that Michelle and I pulled up in a beautiful 1935 Morris, and that was arranged by Colin, and that was very much appreciated. Thank you. My friend John, I'd like to send a special thanks for your immigration and judicial assistance in the past week. We would have been here one way or another, but in the back of our minds, the thought of not being together due to immigration nonsense would have taken away a lot from the day, and that's all been sorted out. I'm glad to know. Didn't already know. I'd also like to, at the same time, I'd like to thank my friend Angie, who is a fellow flight attendant and was with me the night I met Michelle down in Brighton. And chances are, if I had been on there on my own, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. Luckily, Ange was a good mediator. Otherwise, I don't think Michelle would have had too much to do with me that night. The man in front of me holding the video, Kurt and his wife Karen, I'd like to thank for housing us during our visits back and forth to the States here over the summer, and for working on the videotape as well.
As we speak.
As we speak. Our wedding party, Mark and Matthew were wonderful ushers today, and our bridesmaids, Julia and Debbie. Whoops. Who, we have some small presents here. I'd like to come up and receive them, please. A token of our appreciation for. Thank you.
The dresses, that is.
I'd also like to thank my best man at the end of the table, who, in addition to being the best man, is my best friend, and has been my best friend for 20 plus years. And we all deserve to have a special friend. It's good to see he's always been there, and I thank you, Ron. I'd also like to thank my family. Getting back to the wedding party, Debbie also stepping in on the 11th hour, taking over bridesmaids' duties, and all the beautiful flowers that you saw arranged today at the church, and were all prepared by Debbie, and she did a wonderful job. I'd also like to thank my family, my 4 lovely sisters, Linda, Carol, Janice, and Debbie, my niece Leslie, for coming over here today and being here this week. It's been a very special week for all of us, and not only for the past week, but for the last 30 years, they've always been there for me, and you can't ask for 4 better sisters. I'm very lucky. Thank you. I'd also like to thank my parents. To say that I was an easy teenager to raise would be a big lie. I put my save the stories for the line. I put my parents through hell and high water, and they never kicked me out the door. They always showed me tons of support and love, and that's what parenting's all about. And I hope that Michelle and I, that I've inherited some of that, and I'll be as good of a father as my parents, my father and mother have been. I love you very much. To my new parents, my new in-laws, I'd like to give a huge thank you to Joe and Carol. I think if 2 people just go down and have a civil ceremony in with their local judge, that takes a lot of planning. You can't imagine the amount of preparation that went into today to get all the Americans and folks from Lancashire and everyone together for the DJ, for the flowers, for everything that's entailed in a wedding. I think if Carol were paid 10p for each hour that she put in to putting this wedding together today, Joe and Carol will never have to work again. She has been unbelievable. A huge thank you.
You're welcome.
Beyond the preparation that went on in all this, I just want to give a big thank you for those who don't fully understand our relationship and find it kind of funny that someone 4,000 miles away can fall in love with a pretty English woman over here in England. It wouldn't have been possible if Joe and Carol and Matthew hadn't opened up their home and allowed me to come in and really been a third child or a somewhat permanent fixture or guest to their home. Without them, I don't think it'd be possible. And to just open up your home like that, to let in a total stranger, I think is pretty rare and pretty special. And I'm forever in their debt. Lastly, I'd like to thank the beautiful woman on my left, my bride, who has been just incredible these last 6 months, or the last year and a half, but especially the last 6 months. I think each and every one of you has heard about one of our immigration nightmares at one point or another. It makes me feel pretty special that she's willing to put up with as much as she has. For those of you who know her, you know what I'm talking about. She's an incredible person. I'm extremely lucky. And I love her very much. And I thank you. So have fun, and thanks again.
Cheers.
I feel right at home here because I noticed on my card they spelled my name wrong. It's been done many times. First of all, I have a few formalities to get out of the way. There's a telegram that arrived, and it's to Mr. and Mrs. Keith Zebott, dated September 8, 1995, from Pat, Brian, Rob, and Stuart from South Africa. Sorry we are unable to be with you at this special day. Our sincere wishes and congratulations for a very happy future with love. Keith and I have known each other for a long time, ever since we were little kids. And what I want to do first of all, and they're going to hate me for this. They're already gasping. But you haven't met the sisters yet, and the family. This is Linda, Keith's youngest sister. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm a little nervous. This, the one handing your face, is Linda. And later on, when you hear the loud laughing from some part of the Ramada, that'll be Linda. This is Keith's other sister, Carol. She's the other flight attendant. The second one, or no? Second. Okay. And this is her other sister, Janice. And Keith's niece, Leslie, who is Janice's daughter, who's able to make the trip with us. And Doris and Keith, his parents. On behalf of them, what I'd like to do is to thank Carol and Joe, Mr. and Mrs. O'Keefe. And amongst all the preparation that they put into this, they were able to take time away to make sure that we all felt at home here and comfortable, and to take time away to take us to see sites like Heber Castle. Just amazing that amongst all the other preparation, they were able to take time to make sure we felt comfortable. So on behalf of the Zebott family, I'd like to thank you very much for your hospitality. Like I said, Keith and I... You're always in my way. Keith and I have known each other for a long time, ever since I tried to ask Keith and Doris how long we've known each other since we were kids. Kindergarten, I think it was. And we've lived near each other since we were about 10, 11 years old. By near, I mean we live out the country. And even though we're about a quarter of a mile apart, we're neighbors. There's a small community called Silica. I asked for a map to be able to point out to you, but they weren't able to produce one. But we're very near the Canadian border. It's very cold up there. My parents were divorced, so Keith spent a lot of time at our house. And that's how Keith and Doris were able to put up with Keith for so long, is that they would ship him off to my place. So I had to deal with him. But he's been a special friend. There's been periods of time we've been away from each other. There's been periods of time we've spent a lot of time together. And the periods that we've spent away from each other usually follow the times we spent a lot of time together. I needed to get away from them for a while. There are many stories that we could tell. One of our favorite pastimes of the friends of Keith is to sit around a pub, what you call a pub here, sit around a bar and tell stories about Keith. Classic stories. Usually involve drinking a little bit too much. But I was told and warned not to go into that. So if you want to know later some of those stories at the Ramada, you can pull one of us aside. And I believe Angie has a few stories too. So back to the formalities. On behalf of myself, the ushers, Matthew and Mark, on behalf of the bridesmaids, Julia and Debbie, thank you very much for the presents. They're very wonderful. Thank you for keeping Michelle.
You're welcome.
Oh, that's right. Oh, you go ahead. Kurt and Keith used to live together, and about, what, 9 months ago? Was that long?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, probably about a year.
Almost a year ago.
Yeah.
Kurt himself got married to his lovely wife, Karen. And Keith decided to... Were you seeing each other at the time?
Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keith had decided to, he was going to save some money, and I think he was planning at that time that maybe Michelle was the one. And to save some money for future plans, he decided not to get another apartment. And he was just going to live wherever between, at that time it was Boston where he was flying out of, different places in Minneapolis, and also in England with the O'Keeffes. But in talking to him, I learned that there were some gaps of time that weren't quite accounted for, where no one really knew where he was. And I was able to get out of him a little bit that he had stayed in a few places that we didn't really know about. And so at this time, because he's getting married, and because now you'll have a place together with Michelle, I'd like the people that had borrowed Keith, their keys to their place, for him to stay at, to come up and get their keys back. All the way to England? Thank you. Those are all the copies too, so he doesn't have any copies. It's been, I've been thinking about this for quite some time, and I can only describe my experience here in, I did have a two-word phrase, and Father Spellman isn't here, so I could probably get away with it, but I won't. The one-word phrase is wow. It's been an experience being here in a foreign country and going through this wedding. And I had made preparations before coming here to visit many of the things in London, and haven't gotten there yet. But I've had an experience just being here with the O'Keeffe's family and everything that's been going on here. So, as you know, Michelle and Keith have been through a lot together. And through this time, I think it's brought the two of you closer together. It's been a challenge. We've faced many challenges up to this point. I think it's for a reason. It's for a purpose. It's to bring you two closer together. I think it's done that. And this is only the first part of the journey. The journey will continue. But I think you'll be able to look back in tough times and look back at what you've been through to get to this point. And that'll remind you of what it's meant and that God has blessed this marriage between the two of you. Michelle, I have not spent much time getting to know you, but I hope to when you come to the U.S. We're gaining something. We're gaining Michelle in the U.S. You're gaining something as well. You're not having to put up with Keith. But to the two of you, I wish you happiness, success, a long life together. And I hope to be a part of that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the formal part of today. And now from here on, it's letting your hair down. Be it here or elsewhere. But don't forget, breakages must be paid for. Thank you. All right. Just push you off. Oh, right, fine.
Sorry, I had a couple of stitches ripped in my dress, but you caught the bug later. I just about ripped a couple of stitches.
Knocking the other girls out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, so Julia's got a bleeding nose.
Righty-ho.
It's tradition.
I'll show you can stand there now. What's that? Shell? Oh, Betty. Oh. Right, you've got to have some down your neck as well. Get out of the church. I'm standing here with me. I think I've got to pack it down the front.
Well, have a lovely night. Enjoy yourself. Lovely to see you. On behalf of Ashley on Park, you know, hope you've enjoyed it. Come on for the next one. Safe journey back home again. Look after yourselves, won't you? And look after your good lady. Bye-bye for now.
Sorry, can I just take one?
This is it. Now the dancing begins.
Yeah, party time. I love the Congratulations, very best wishes, and peace, lots of happiness, their future, comes out there, family.
And thank you very much, Joe. Very much appreciated today. Hope you've paid the bill.
It's very nice meeting you all. Congratulations, Keith and Michelle. Congratulations. Keith and Michelle, we've had a wonderful day. Thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful married life together. To Mary and Adam. You know, we love them.
Where's the bar?
Say congratulations.
Congratulations, Keith and Michelle. Hope you enjoy married life together. Hope to see you soon. Congratulations, Michelle. I'll be 50 years younger.
Welcome to Minnesota, and looking very forward to establishing a brand new friendship with Michelle and helping out in any way I can.
I'm glad that you
Yes, that's super. I won't come again because we have another one. I'd love to go to America and visit everyone. That's all, thank you.
Good luck to Keith and Michelle. Hope the best. And good luck in America, where they hopefully will make their life one day.
Definitely, yes.
Happy wedding, you look wonderful, both of you, so happy, and I hope that we can just happy all the time and I'm holding you for somebody else.
Good luck.
I'm glad you made it back in one week, and I look forward to seeing more of you from Gaffney.
That's it. If you need any help, you know, you can come to us.
And Keith, all the very, very best. Your future happiness in America. Hope you sort yourself out. See you soon. Love you. Bye-bye.
Mum, shut up.
Sure, I think it's been excellent. I've enjoyed it. So, all my thinking was, being together, I hope you're really happy and have a nice time in America. And that's it. I invite you sometime for a really good holiday. Okay, bye. Well,
I know the title of the
Wedding is going in.
No, they
Bless you both. We love you. Best of luck to you, Keith and Michelle. Love you.
Congratulate Michelle and it's been a brilliant day. I hope you have a very long and happy marriage.
congratulations, Keith and Michelle, for a happy wedding, and may you have a great future son.
Congratulations, Michelle and Keith. You've had a lovely day.
Things could have turned out better, and we hope the rest of your married life things turn out just as well as they did today.
Congratulations, Keith and Michelle, and best of luck to you in the future.
So glad that we can be here. Can't stand it. We're in England. Another day. Good luck.